Your tax dollars just bought a $500 hammer, and that's actually the good news. Welcome to the wild world of government contracting, where logic goes to die and your money goes to, well, hopefully something useful. I'm Pete, and after 20 plus years managing multi-million-dollar federal contracts, I've seen it all, from building rocket launch systems on remote islands to explaining why a toilet seat costs more than your car. Here's the thing about government supply chain management that nobody talks about. We're dealing with a $6.8 trillion ecosystem that makes Amazon look like a lemonade stand. While you're tracking your prime delivery, my team is building entire power plants across continents and keeping military bases operational in places Google Maps pretends don't exist. Today, we're diving deep into federal procurement processes, GSA schedules, and why government logistics could either save civilization or give you a migraine. Probably both. Whether you're a small business trying to crack the government contracting code, or you just want to know where your tax dollars really go, buckle up. This isn't your typical supply chain management tutorial. We are experts who operate these projects today. So let's get started. Let me blow your mind with some real numbers from 2025. The federal government spent $6.8 trillion in fiscal year 2024. That's trillion with a T. To put that in perspective, if government spending was a country, it would be the world's third largest economy, right behind the United States and China. But here's where it gets interesting for contractors like us. According to the Congressional Budget Office, agencies spent $478 billion just on services in fiscal 2023, compared to $281 billion on products. And that's nearly $500 billion flowing through government supply chains for services alone. And get this, GSA, the General Services Administration, oversees approximately $100 billion in products and services through federal contracts annually. Just one of their contract vehicles, OASIS, has generated $90.7 billion in task orders since 2015, with $17 billion in fiscal 2024 alone. The current federal deficit for 2025, we're looking at $1.9 trillion. That means every single government purchase, every contract, every supply chain decision is under unprecedented scrutiny right now. Government contracting is not a side hustle or get-rich-quick scheme. It's a serious business that demands expertise in federal acquisition regulations, proper policies and procedures, and audit readiness. Small businesses have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars by underestimating these requirements. Treat this as the complex business venture it is, or face potentially devastating financial consequences. Right now, we're witnessing the biggest shakeup in government contracting in decades. The GSA just identified the top 10 consulting firms that are set to receive $65 billion in fees in 2025 and beyond. Here are the numbers that'll make your head spin. $65 billion. That is the total consulting fees targeted for cuts across the top 10 firms. This massive spending is being redirected to smaller, more efficient contractors who can deliver better value. 29 companies are under GSA review across 3 waves of investigations. This creates opportunities as agencies must find replacement contractors for terminated work. $23.3 billion have already been saved through contract terminations based on GSA estimates. This proves the government is serious about cutting waste and will continue creating opportunities for cost-effective contractors. 585 contracts are canceled by VA alone, worth $1.8 billion. This represents immediate market opportunities for contractors who can deliver the same services more efficiently. $900 million has been redirected back to veteran services from canceled contracts. Shows agencies have budget to spend, they're just changing who they spend it with. 90,000 contracts. That's the VA's total contract portfolio, worth over $67 billion under review, which indicates this is just the beginning. More contract opportunities will open as reviews continue. On March 7th, agencies must justify keeping any contracts with targeted firms. This creates urgency for agencies to find alternative contractors quickly, potentially with less competition. My resolution: deliver measurable outcomes, not just hours billed. Offer shared savings models and demonstrate clear ROI. Step in quickly to replace canceled contracts. Finally, if you're a small or mid-sized government contractor, now is the time to position yourself as a lean, outcome-focused alternative to the big consulting firms. If you're already in the system, monitor terminations. Offer rapid, lower-cost replacements. If you're not yet in, offer efficiency, innovation, and performance-based pricing. There's a shift to outcome-based contracting. Contractors get paid for results, not hours. GSA wants shared savings models where contractors have skin in the game. If you're a government contractor, this changes everything about how you price and deliver your services. All right, folks, here's the executive summary for those keeping score at home. Uncle Sam just took $65 billion worth of consulting contracts and basically said, thanks, but we're seeing other people now. The VA alone gave 585 contracts the pink slip. That's $1.8 billion in "it's not you, it's us" breakups. But here's the plot twist. They're not going on a spending diet. They've got 90,000 more contracts under the microscope, and they're shopping for new contractors who actually deliver results instead of just really impressive PowerPoint presentations. Think of it this way. The federal government still has $6.8 trillion burning a hole in its pocket. They're not cutting back on services. They're just done paying premium prices for mediocre consulting. It's like finally canceling that gym membership you never used, except with slightly more paperwork. The question is, are you ready to be their new workout buddy? Now, if you want to actually capture some of this money instead of just watching it fly by, you need to understand the secret weapon: Oasis contracts. These beauties have quietly generated $91 billion since 2015. That's more money than some countries' entire GDP. Next week, I'm breaking down the Oasis playbook, including the strategy that helped one scrappy contractor beat out companies with executive dining rooms and company jets for a $12 million task order. Spoiler alert, it wasn't because they had the fanciest letterhead, but here's the thing. I can't fit everything into these YouTube videos. If you want the real insider intel, the kind of strategies that separate the winners from the thanks for playing crowd, you need to join our private community. That's where I share the contract opportunities I'm tracking, the RFP strategies that actually work, and the connections that turn proposals into paychecks. Links in the description below. But fair warning, this isn't for tire kickers. This is for contractors who are serious about winning. If this opened your eyes to the opportunity, share it with someone who needs to know. Maybe a fellow contractor, your business partner, or that guy still wondering why his GSA schedule isn't printing money. They'll thank you later. Hit subscribe faster than a government contractor submitting a change order. Turn on notifications, and I'll show you how to turn Oasis contracts into your competitive advantage. This is going to be more valuable than a consultant's hourly rate, and that's saying something. See you next week.